small place with a big heart. It's the heartland, so we pump hard, get them fists up. We gonna rage on till our day gone.
Tell them I'm from a city on a map that you couldn't point out, but I rep that place. And it's love-hate, but I grew up here, so it's home base. Where my blood at? Those memories, they all flood back. I remember cruising Gutty Road with a blunt roll.
We are ready. Oh, we're up and running? Oh, jeez. Whoa, hey, that's...
on the TV up there.
Look at that. Voodoo. Oh,
hey.
Say, for you people that can't even hear or see me because you're listening on ESPN Radio, I am Frank Mink.
I am Derek Hender.
That's Derek Hender. I mean, that's my sidekick. Or no, we're not really sidekick. We're just,
I don't know what the hell we are.
Hey, it is what it is. But this
Co-idiots, I guess.
This is the other state of hockey, which has been getting rave reviews the last 2-3 weeks. I mean, you got to admit, right?
Yeah.
I'm not just pulling your chain.
I after our guest last week,
yes,
Iowa Wild President Todd Frederickson was on. I ran into him actually the next day, and he's telling me, man, my Twitter account's been blowing up. It's like people are listening. Can you believe this?
You know, and wait till you hear our guest tonight.
I know.
It's going to be
keep elevating the game.
Elevating it. And so anyway, this is the other state of hockey. Me and Derek, we started out coaching together, always talking hockey. Yep. Everyone enjoyed, for some reason, listening to me and you talk hockey.
Except our wives.
Yeah, and my wife doesn't enjoy me talking about anything. Yeah, so she just got back from New York, by the way, but vacation for her. But anyway, so... We're back and running. Other state of hockey. If you're just joining us, if you're listening on your show, on your radio, and you're driving home, welcome. And if you want to know about hockey and maybe you're like, I'm not into hockey, just listen. Yep. We come with some pretty interesting stories, and we come from pretty different aspects of the game. So much love for staying and listening to us, and our fan base is growing continuously. And
we love you guys.
We love you guys, and it's not me and Derek that's doing it. It's hockey, and that we know how to help talk hockey, and it's a lot of input we get from our listeners, tweets. We get stuff from players. We get emails. We get texts. We get people grabbing us by the ear at the rink. Everything from hockey moms to pros. Not one death threat
yet. I'm sure the guys at ESPN might eventually at some point. But
they're Mr. ESPN Esquire is I think maybe some of my phone calls I've given over there.
It may not be far off. So we are here.
My career might not be far off.
We're here in the penthouse of Merle Hay Towers.
Yes, sir.
We are powered by webcast1live.com. They're the guys that help us make it possible, get out over the airwaves.
And the Keep It Going podcast, because for those just joining us or just learning about us, we started out as a podcast.
Right.
And we were so damn good.
Podcast legends. Hall of Fame, if there's such a thing.
We were there. And so anyway, that's how we started out. And we still get to do that because some of our listeners like, for some reason, to look at us.
I have no idea why, but that's okay.
Absolutely not.
But, hey, speaking of, you can find us on our YouTube channel, Other State of Hockey, not The Other State of Hockey.
That's right.
Other State of Hockey on YouTube. You Twitter. Can hit us up on Twitter, Other State of Hockey.
Other State. They
ran out of characters for us. Hit us up on our Facebook page. Email us, theotherstateofhockey@gmail.com.
That's right.
Find us around the rink. Give us the positive vibes. Give us the chirps. We don't care. We want stuff to talk about.
Chirp.
We'll talk about you if you don't want to.
I'll chirp away at you.
Yeah.
And you better hope I don't see you on the ice. How about that?
There you go. Getting down to the business of hockey, which is why we are here. As per usual, we'll lead off the show just talking about the 3 stars came out from the NHL. First star of the week, Paul Stastny, who was a free agent, went from Colorado last year to St. Louis Blues this year. I believe it was this year or last year.
He's a DU, Denver University grad.
I believe he was.
Yeah.
Also second-generation NHLer.
Yes.
Do you remember the Stastny brothers? Who are the 3 Stastny?
I don't remember this, but I remember of the Stastny, but I can't.
Yeah,
Derek,
all played for Quebec.
John
and Frank.
Craig and Frank. Yeah.
Peter, Anton, and Marion. They all played for Quebec at one time.
I do remember Anton.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah, I think it was Marion. Didn't last very long. It was one of the 3 brothers that didn't last very long. But anyways,
typical loser.
Colorado kids. There you go.
Yes.
Taylor Hall, the second star.
Yes.
Once again, I think we're seeing Edmonton Oilers popping up on this list a few times more than we have in the past.
We are, and we got to say that we get on Edmonton a little bit because they have nothing but first-round draft picks.
Yeah, you better get guys on this 3 stars list,
right? And they should be making the postseason.
The sad thing is, we're seeing them on here for offensive reasons. We are not seeing them on for.
I don't think they've
reasons.
drafted a defenseman.
No. Their last legitimate defenseman, as far as I'm concerned, was Jeff Petrie, and he former Des Moines Buck. But he...
I thought you say Pronger.
They have not done a good job of home growing their defense.
No.
They've tried it with a couple of retread defensemen and whatnot. So who knows? They may win the Flat Tire Award for the best retread, but you never know.
Flat Tire Center.
They got some work to do. Third star of the week, Jack Eichel, a name that was thrown around a lot at the beginning of the season between the two first-round draft picks, first and second, who was going to be better. As we know, this kid from Edmonton, yet another first-round draft pick, went on the shelf with a broken collarbone.
Fell in a game.
Yep.
Playing against some team.
Some team from Philly that hurt him. Now, that being said, even Don Cherry said it was a clean hit.
It was a clean hit.
It was a hockey play. It was a hockey play. They didn't throw him down or anything.
That's right.
But anyways, he's skating again, hopefully back on the ice after the All-Star break. Yes, very exciting, very exciting.
But Eichel, back to
Eichel. So I just kind of looked at rookie points, how he's been stacking up. And these guys are really all over the store. We've talked about this kid Panarin in Chicago, who's on their second line. Their second line. Can you believe this? We talked about him last week on the show. He's a 7th-year professional because he broke into the KHL at the age of 17.
7 years he did there?
6 years there and 1 year here. So this is 7 years. 24 years old. Can you believe that? He's still considered a rookie.
Right. 26 is
in the NHL.
26 is the limit.
Yep. He's got 43 points. He's only plus 7, though. Now, you look at some other guys. The number 2 guy, as far as point totals, Max Domi, Ty Domi's son. Obviously, he takes after mom because we know how Ty made a living.
Yeah, right. That was not a goal scorer.
31 points. He's plus 6. Respectable. Dylan Larkin, we talked a lot about him on Detroit. He's got 30 points, plus 22, leading a team that's been built on defense. For a rookie to be doing that is a special player in my book. Probably the best rounded rookie of the lot. Jack Eichel falls in at 4th with 29 points, minus 13. Minus 13. Part of that is the fact that, honestly, he's on a crappy team.
He plays at Buffalo.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
But is there a goaltender this year?
I think they rent one every week.
I mean, yeah.
Sure.
So that's, you can't name the, and when people have trouble with the goal.
He came from Ottawa last year. Robin Lehner.
That's it. You are on it.
I am a veritable fountain of useless information. Right. Can't find where I park when I leave here.
Start back up in the minors. Oh, so Joe Smith.
All right. So moving on to a couple other stories that are big in the hockey world right now. Dina Lang, we'll talk a little bit about her. For those of you who are not aware, she plays in the WNHL, which is the Women's National Hockey League, which is now seeing its first full season.
Right.
Trying to give some legitimacy to the women's game, which has grown exponentially. I think there's 6 teams.
Yep. The original 6.
Yeah, there you go. I think actually, second year, sorry. Anyways, Dina played for the Boston Pride right before the NHL All-Star or outdoor game between Boston and Montreal. The Boston Pride and the Montreal Canadiens, which is spelt in the feminine version of the French language.
Okay.
This is a game that was played to legitimize the game for the ladies, recognizing them, putting them in this kind of spectacle.
Right.
And she unfortunately went into the boards awkwardly, stepped on a stick.
Not from a hit.
Not from a hit. This was complete. I saw the footage multiple times, stepped on a stick, went into the boards awkwardly, had no time to brace herself, went in kind of head first. She's since been diagnosed with a severe spinal cord injury. She has no movement in her legs and limited motion of her hands. But it's still early, and she's got the best of medical care at this point, so we hope for a full recovery. Nobody ever wants to see this happen to anybody, especially somebody who's dedicated their life to this sport.
So the outdoor game, play there, and she gets that.
Yep, exactly. So there's word that the family may have a lawsuit because the question is about questionable ice condition. From everything I heard, the ice was probably the best they've had in an outdoor game. So I don't know where that's going to go.
She stepped on a stick. I mean, it's an act,
Yeah, it's not like she caught a rut and blew an edge or something and went in funny. But the cool thing, anyways, that happened about this, Boston and Montreal, the NHL teams, had a rematch of the New Year's Day game.
Yes.
And Tuesday night. And in honor of her, they wore the outdoor game jerseys again.
Yes.
And we're taking the lot from that game and signing them and auctioning them off for to raise charity.
And they did that all last night. Is that already happened?
That was done Tuesday night. That game was. The jerseys never going to be worn again.
Right.
And they're going to be put up on auction. I believe they'll be on NHLauctions.com.
So we'll try and share a link.
We can find that link and put it up there.
Maddie, get on it.
Yeah, she's on that.
Thank you, Maddie.
So, anyways, tragic story, but we hope the best for her, and hopefully she's back on the ice as soon as possible.
Lawsuit's a little shaky, but
yeah. We got a bunch of stuff I'm going to get into here, but I think I'm going to save this one for a bit. We got about 4 minutes coming up on a break. Can you believe that?
4 minutes.
So, as we're going to try to get in the habit, we're going to try to plug in once in a while. In case you're wondering, you stumble upon us in the radio dial right now. You're on 1350 ESPN.
That's right.
Okay? You're listening to The Other State of Hockey, the only full-time media outlet dedicated to the sport of hockey in the state of Iowa.
Yes.
Like it or not, you got us.
On ESPN.
And if there's anybody out there better, we will gladly step aside.
That's right.
But right now, we're all we got.
Bring it.
Exactly. One of our favorite guys that we like to beat on a fair bit on this show, Brian Burke.
Okay, yes.
We've given Brian a lot of crap and a lot of he's probably deserved a lot of it, to be quite honest.
You messed with one of my friends.
Yep.
You messed with Bobby Ryan. I mean, I had to go after him.
Mess with the bull, you get the horn.
That's right.
So, anyways, he's been general manager. He's been a player. He's been a president. He's been all over the thing. Anyways,
even though that was 6 years ago or
bitter,
4 years ago that he messed with Bobby, and he since then apologized, but I can't let it go.
Bobby has, but you have.
Yeah, I enjoy the resentment, I think, sometimes.
Yep. So Berkey's come out now saying that he basically wants to see an adjustment made to the game, which we're all full of these adjustments in the game. He wants to see the ice dimensions changed. Because you think about it, we've done there for a while back in the 70s and 80s. There were various sizes of rinks all over.
Yes.
You know, the old Boston Garden was known to be a very small ice surface.
You had a green monster. No,
yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's Chara, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Chara.
Yeah. So, anyways, he feels the ice is too congested. Now we've done so much to speed up the game. Guys are bigger, stronger, faster. We've taken out the red line to make these guys faster. We're seeing a lot more concussion problems because of the speed and collisions and whatnot. So he's proposing the current NHL rink going from 200 to 85 by 85 to 200 by 90. Now, the Olympic ice is 200 by 100.
Right.
There's a hybrid version in the international, which is 200 between 92 and 94. Okay. He said if we go with 90, it's enough room to give a bit of room, enough room that'll give these guys enough room to get some speed going and not have as much congestion. We've seen what 3-on-3 open ice has done for scoring. It's been exciting.
Right.
Is that the answer? You know, a couple of things. You know, you think about power play. It may be harder to defend a power play when you're on a bigger ice surface.
Right. Your penalty kill is for those of you that love the game, but you never got into the coaching bar. So between the dots is your area that you want to protect.
Yep.
Right. That's if you watch hockey, you'll notice how the guys stay between the dots, and so now that's going to be widened. Right. 'Cause that has to be widened too. Then.
Right. So you're gonna have longer passes up top.
Longer passes. It's going to open that. It's going to make it more of the old big aggressive box.
Yep.
And then you're going to have a guy who's going to have to always chase instead of staying in position, which I don't think players and teams are not going to like because that wears you down.
Yeah, you got to wonder. The popular system now is the umbrella, and that really is an overload on one side with a guy creeping in from the D. So maybe if with a little more ice, it pushes them over a little bit further and gives you a little more lateral pass.
Right.
It might be interesting to see. I'm sure the big thing that's going to kill this is going to be the fact you got to rip out seats to do it.
That's a done deal. It's not going to happen.
It won't happen.
If you have to pull out seats, and especially, Boston, Philly, Montreal teams that sell out every night, no matter if it's a Tuesday night and they're playing, you're
looking at 2 rows of seats on each side.
Right. They're going to pull that out. I
don't see it happening.
Yeah. No. And now also, people got to know that when if you're watching the game, there's been a new kind of play that's coming into the power play, and that is that guy sitting on the side. And I don't want to say the Flyers invented it, but I know that they kind of mastered it 2 years ago with Wayne Simmons sitting on the side, getting that pass and trying to go across. So getting back to the penalty and power play here is that is not going to have no effect. So, but pulling the seats, not going to happen.
Not going to happen. But, interesting concept, but it can go either way, honestly.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? We're coming up on a hard break here already?
I know. Hey, Berkey, keep it up.
Keep it up. Yeah, it's a great idea. And, everybody has their own ideas how to make this game greater. And
maybe I forgive them.
Doubt it. Can't see it happening. We got some other we got a hell of a lot of stuff to get to here. And at some point, we'll get to it today.
Where
maybe.
We at, Maddie?
We're coming up on break. She's giving us, is it a home run or it's telling us to wrap it up? You're listening to the Other State of Hockey, 1350 ESPN Des Moines.
Go where the action is. Your Des Moines Buccaneers, the continuous home of hockey in the Metro for over 36 years, are back. Come catch the hard-hitting action as the next NHL stars take the ice at Buccaneer Arena. For a complete schedule of dates and promotions, visit buckshockey.com. Come for the entertainment, stay for the game.
Hi, Joe Smith here from Leaf Guard Exteriors. We suggest you stay off your ladder and let us take care of your gutters. We'd love to come out and show you why Leaf Guard's patented seamless one-piece design is the best on the market. The only one with the good housekeeping seal, and Leaf Guard is guaranteed never to clog or will clean your gutters for free. Call us today and get 50% off installation labor on a new Leaf Guard brand gutter system. 599-1675. That's 599-1675.
Hey kids, why do you like going to the Iowa Wild games?
Crash, the t-shirt tie. I like Chuckapop.
Crash always gives me a high five.
It's fun catching t-shirts from the cannon.
The goal horn when we score.
There's something for everyone with Iowa Wild Hockey at Wells Fargo Arena. Check out iowawild.com for the full season schedule, including a full list of giveaway nights and promotions for the family. Iowa Wild, hockey lives here.
I'm sitting here with Jeremy from Atomic Cloud Vaporium. I tried to quit smoking so many times. Patches, pills, nothing worked. Until I went to the Stop Smoking Center. And man, it has changed everything.
Here at Atomic Cloud Vaporium, we offer a solution using vaping as a replacement therapy. We have over 150 premium juice flavors and offer a wide variety of hardware. If you're serious about quitting smoking, come visit us at 3823 Douglas Avenue in Des Moines or at 328 Grand Avenue in West Des Moines. Atomic Cloud Vaporium.
This is Jordan from Flat Tire Center. There sure are a lot of places to buy tires. You can go to a warehouse club or the mega We Sell Everything superstore, or you can go to one of those anonymous websites. The same guy who sold you soap yesterday magically becomes a tire professional today, or the online tire advisors at a call center in who knows what country. We've been living, working, and driving in central Iowa for more than 50 years. Are you sure those other stores know what they're doing? Do you think they even care? If you need tires, come to Flat Tire Centers. That's flat with 2 T's because you too should ride on a flat.
Hey, this is Frank Mink, and if I had a first-round draft pick of realtors, I'd take Jen Stanbro.
Through my mortgage background and over 10 years of selling real estate in the Des Moines area, I have come to realize that my clients are my passion. Whether selling or buying your first or your 10th home, let me help you take the stress out of the process. I would love the opportunity to talk with you or someone you know that is looking to buy or sell a home. You can reach out to me by email at jen@jenstanbrorealestate.com. And Frank, that's spelled STANBROUGH. jen@jenstanbrorealestate.com.
From Iowa, yeah.
It's that small place with a big heart. It's the heartland, so we pump hard, get a fist up.
We are back. You are listening to the Other State of Hockey, 1350 ESPN Des Moines, the only full-time media outlet, fully 100% donated, dedicated to the state of hockey.
The game you chase around a puck on ice.
That's right.
Don't
chase the puck where it's going. Go
the ball.
Yeah, go where it's going, not where it's been.
That's right. Pass when you can, not when you have to.
That's right.
Don't get me started.
Wow. Any other coaching cliches we can throw in there, Frank?
Keep your stick on ice.
That's right. So, Derek Hander, Frank Mink, this is the Other State of Hockey. We are back, second period.
Segment brought to you by
the Iowa Wild.
Yes, thank you.
The hottest game on ice. That's kind of corny, but hey, the boys are picking it up. We'll talk about them coming up in the third or maybe the fourth. But we have special guest, and we are breaking the mold again. We are actually our first female guest.
Oh, my God.
Is it really our first
female
female
guest? Think back. I can't think of one.
I can't think of one now.
We have Jenna Bieri. She is with us. She's the Director of Social Media and Community Relations. Welcome to the show and to primetime, Jenna.
Yeah, I'm quite honored, especially knowing I'm the first girl. That's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, well, Maddie's been here from the start, but she's always back there throwing stuff at the window. But
yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you. So, just a little background. Jenna's one of the originals with the franchise, with this version of the hockey in Des Moines. She started out with the Wild when they came to town first. She is an Iowa native, might add.
Good.
From
That's
Davenport.
good.
We did have a lawfare conversation. She's from the Iowa side, not the Illinois side.
Yep. Okay. Confirmed.
I never understand why Quad Cities is actually 5 cities, but
I did not bring my. You can trust me though.
Okay. Yeah.
You can look it up.
Maybe she can answer. Why is the Quad Cities really 5 cities? Anyways,
is it really 5 cities?
Yeah.
I thought it was just 4.
It's debatable. It depends on who you ask.
Depends on the Rock Island.
Yeah.
All right.
East Moline.
Anyways, Jenna, back in her background, she's worked. I don't want to go back to when you were working at a shoe store or anything, but she actually
where'd
did.
you dig that up?
This guy,
the internet never forgets. Okay,
he's on this stuff. He's a stalker.
Yeah.
Running Wild, I believe it was called.
Yeah.
Wow.
Appropriate.
Wow.
At age 16, her first job.
Yeah.
The internet never
that
forgets.
That is correct. Yeah.
Who was her first boyfriend?
It wasn't on there.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't on there. So
we won't say his name.
Yep. So she worked for the Quad City Mallards in her hometown.
Nice.
East Coast. Well, at the time they were not an East Coast team. They were
CHL.
CHL. CHL, Central Hockey League. And went on to work with ISU briefly, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
And here she is now in Des Moines.
Did you work hockey, ISU? Or?
Nope, just in their athletic department.
Okay.
Shouldn't say just. I was Cyclone for a year, and then at that point, hockey was coming back to Des Moines, and I missed working in hockey, so I kind of proactively sought out a position with the Iowa Wild, and here I am now.
And if I do know that you were one of the first hirees.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to think back about. I really wanted a job with the Wild, so I actually went to the press conference where they announced that the team was moving here, and Craig Leopold spoke. And
I knew you looked familiar.
Yeah, you probably saw me there. Yeah, I'm sure you were there. And I went there and I made the right connections, and so I must have impressed someone who's got the job, and here I am. Yep.
So there you go. We had employee 1 last week, and now we have employee 2 this week, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Well, maybe I think Joe and Josh were probably there first.
Okay. Top 5
Just
then.
to be credit,
No, I think you were before Josh. I honestly do, because I was at a meeting with Todd, and it's hard to get all. But me and Todd went to lunch his first day here, and he talked about hiring a local girl from.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm telling you, I think you might beat Josh out.
Well, jeez.
Beat Josh up? She probably could.
Yeah, probably could.
She probably could. So, Jenna, we're going to actually talk about work here a little bit. So, this is kind of an evolving role. I mean, this is really a new kind of job within the hockey world. You know, here we are talking about social media and this being a dedicated department within the team. So tell us really what's going on in your world. What kind of things are you involved with? I know I see you around the games an awful lot with your iPad taking pictures.
Yeah, I think I got the nickname like iPad Girl from a few people.
iPad Girl.
Yeah, it's social media just is going gangbusters, and it's always changing, and that's the fun part about it, I guess. And it's always something new, and we're finding more and more that it's very important to getting the message out of what we're doing, and just kind of interacting with fans too. It's a great way. We get feedback from people all the time, and even if they're chirps, we like hearing what people have to say, and it's just an ever-evolving role, and that's just one part of what I do. I also do community relations, which kind of goes hand in hand, because it allows us to tell our story of what we're doing in the community. Right
how
on
you
social
reach your
media.
community.
So community relations, if people are looking for a player to come to a school, they would get a hold of you, right?
Yep. Everything like
visits,
that.
You do that type of stuff, right?
Player visits, working with nonprofits, all that fun stuff.
Nice. So if you're just joining in, you're listening to The Other Side of Hockey on ESPN 1350. We have our special guest, Jenna Bieri. She's the Director of Social Media and Community Relations for the Iowa Wild. So, Jenna, where do you see things going? I mean, I know that things have probably, things go kind of trendy for a while as far as, for a while, Facebook was the big rage. That was the only thing. And then Twitter came along, and we know Tinder's not popular in the hockey world. Well, it is probably on the other side. But
Snapchat's the dating one.
Yeah.
No.
So what kind of things are we seeing?
Tinder's dating one.
Oh, okay.
That's why we made sure off the air that wasn't the.
We're not on that platform.
Not
yet.
No, not quite yet. So what kind of things are we seeing evolving? What kind of things are we seeing more people getting a take for you guys?
I'd say our Instagram and Instagram in general is growing more and more popular, just because people are so stretched for time that they can scroll through pictures, and they're so image oriented that that's doing really well. We are on Snapchat now, so kind of lets you get that behind the scenes look. We try to do different things on each platform, and I guess the newest thing we're doing is Periscope, and
that's a new one on me.
Yeah,
really, you can share live video. So if we're at an event or something, I can throw up Periscope, and fans can be there actually like live with us. And
neat.
We've done a few interviews with players where, if you're
Do you have
live
a
with
limited
a player.
amount of time? I'm sorry to interrupt you. A limited
No.
amount of time on those? No, it's not like 7 seconds.
No.
So if we have a
Endless.
special puck drop at pregame, you can Periscope that right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Done some interviews with players that way where fans can get right on and ask questions in real time. So it's pretty cool.
Is it recorded? Is it uploaded? Or
Yep, upload. You can watch it for a day afterwards. So.
Nice.
Limited time, but it's a pretty cool thing.
That may be the length of our contract the way we're going.
Keep it up.
We are day to day, as we like to point out.
Maddie.
So I know you talked about a couple other things going on in your department with regard to working with nonprofits and stuff. I know one of the big things you got going on right now is this program coming up on the 10th of February, the Hockey and Heels program.
Love it.
And basically, I'm just going to give it a little intro, and you can just run with it from there. So basically, it is a hockey from the woman's perspective, I guess, targeted specifically to the 21 and over female clientele of the Iowa Wild. So go ahead and just give us a little bit of background on this, where it came from, and what's going on this year.
Yeah, it's an awesome event. We're pretty excited about doing it again. It went awesome last year. Kind of a sold-out event for us, exclusive. We kind of cap it at 100, so it went really well last year. And it's not a new thing in hockey. Teams have been doing it for a while, and I know I did it back when I was with the Mallards, and it's just a really cool event for women to get out and maybe ask questions they aren't comfortable with asking in other atmospheres. Or it's a really relaxed event, and not even targeted toward beginner fans. We know that there's a lot of knowledgeable hockey women out there, and
certainly are.
We're not offending anyone in any capacity. So it's just a fun behind the scenes event, and whether you're a beginner or a season ticket holder fan who knows all the in and outs, it's just a really cool thing.
Now, do you have one of the wives? Do you have one of the wives come out from one of the players' wives?
This year, there will be some there this year.
They love that. The women love asking the wives, like, how does it, your husbands are on the road. And when we did it a couple years ago, that was probably the best thing, was the women getting to ask the wives of players what it's like.
Yeah, it's such a unique lifestyle that I agree that's going to be a really cool thing this year.
Yeah. So, what kind of events do you have planned for this for the Hockey and Heels?
Yeah, well, there's dinner and kind of that relaxation time at the beginning, just to chat it up with the players.
I believe there's wine tasting in there as well.
There's wine involved. That's
hence
why
the 21 plus.
21 over, yeah. Then we'll have different stations. You get a tour of the locker room. Get to ask the players some one-on-one questions and a panel type thing, and on ice demonstration as well. Actually get the women out there on the ice and trying some stuff out. So
before the wine?
That's after, so it could there's probably going to be a waiver involved.
Yeah, get those waivers. Yeah,
put that on Instagram, chat, whatever you got. I want to see some.
Periscope that one.
Yeah. There weren't any injuries last year, so I think
good deal.
Hopefully we'll have another successful event this year.
Nice. So as you said, this is the second annual now. I believe they get some swag with this as well.
Yep, T-shirt, wine glass, some other little surprises. So trying to make it a little bit bigger and different than last year. So even if they came out last year, it's going to be, there's some new things this year, and we're really looking forward to it.
So I'm assuming there's a game right after that.
Yeah, well, this is a Wednesday, and then our Pink in the Rink game is the 12th. Right. So that's that Friday. So all the women who come out to the event are invited to the game that Friday. And
okay.
Oh, so they'll do it on Wednesday, but the game, because I was going to say, there's a locker room tour. It's probably hard to do a locker room tour.
Yes.
The game is around.
And it's probably a little hard on the delicate sensitivities of your nose as well.
Nate will be around.
Nate will be around, so you got to watch him.
Get Nate out of there.
You got to keep him in the cage.
He's sensitive to the equipment staff, and their needs, for sure.
We love you, Nate. We love you, bud. So how can people sign up?
IowaWild.com. That's kind of your place for everything Iowa Wild, and you can definitely find it there, a link to register and get signed up.
Okay. And how much does this event cost?
It's $45, I believe it is, but priceless. It's a really good deal.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's a great
Get
price.
Tickets to the game, T-shirt, wine glass, and obviously a fun experience for the players. So
that box, the wine in the box is expensive. Just kidding. I'm just playing. I'm sure
it'll be quality wine.
Yeah.
If you like, you can sniff the cap after.
And most of the women after the first glass don't care if it's wine in a box anyway.
So still spaces available.
Yeah, there's still space, but we do anticipate selling out again this year. So act fast, and it's coming up soon, 3 weeks now. So
Can you tell us what wives will be there? If one of the
I don't want to say because it hasn't been confirmed yet.
Okay.
So I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but
and all the
there
wives
will
are
be
usually into doing this. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
like something you have to pull one of the wives.
No.
They don't want to be there. They want to be there.
They want to
so.
be there. Yeah, this year we have a great group, and they're very active and doing stuff with us, so we're lucky.
Yeah. It's kind of a neat thing. I said, like you said, it's been tried in other markets. I know I've been in a couple other markets. So I've seen it done at various flavors. It's always neat. We kind of forget about the fact that this is not just a guy sport anymore. I mean, we have in Des Moines youth hockey, for example, we have a girls hockey program,
right?
And they're actually, I know I was talking to Jason Wolf, the coordinator for it, the other night. He's actually looking at tournament teams now.
Right.
We went from nothing to all of a sudden now we have tournament teams almost at every age group.
And in roller hockey, I believe we have a female on every team. With 12 teams this year, and every team has a female.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Yeah.
It is. And, like we said, it's something that just can't be ignored. Everybody, you shouldn't be limited to just loving hockey just because you're a guy. This is the greatest sport. Spectator, playing, no question about it.
If you need a good-looking guy to be there,
we'll
find. If I find one, I'll get you in there.
Okay. We'll talk afterwards.
So I'm curious, is Coach going to be talking at this as well?
Coach will be there, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. I know knowing Torchy, he'll be sweating over that one. He could talk to anybody in the world, but I guarantee you nothing like a room of hockey moms or ladies asking him questions is going to make him sweat.
That's right. It would be cool if it is a lot of hockey moms, hockey moms, real, traveling moms. It'd be cool to see them there,
Yeah, because I know there's, with our travel teams and whatnot, there's been quite a social gathering group developed from just the moms of our players that we've had through the association.
Just associated with the wine. Make sure the moms and the traveling.
It's amazing the bonding you have when it's 5 degrees below inside and you're Saturday morning.
We got a coach at 7 a.m. and they're 3 a.m. I'm like, come on, let's go to bed.
So, anyways, our guest today on The Other State of Hockey has been Jenna Bieri. She's the Director of Social Media and Community Relations. Hockey and Heels coming up on February 10th. Iowa Wild, check them out. Best game in town, no question about it. Thanks, Jen, for coming on.
Thank you.
We're getting ready to go to a hard break. Can you believe it? Second period done.
Always.
Go ahead and pay some bills for us there, Maddie.
Maddie.
Go where the action is. Your Des Moines Buccaneers, the continuous home of hockey in the Metro for over 36 years, are back. Come catch the hard-hitting action as the next NHL stars take the ice at Buccaneer Arena. For a complete schedule of dates and promotions, visit buckshockey.com. Come for the entertainment, stay for the game.
Hi, Joe Smith here from Leaf Guard Exteriors. We suggest you stay off your ladder and let us take care of your gutters. We'd love to come out and show you why Leaf Guard's patented seamless one-piece design is the best on the market. The only one with the good housekeeping seal, and Leaf Guard is guaranteed never to clog or will clean your gutters for free. Call us today and get 50% off installation labor on a new Leaf Guard brand gutter system. 599-1675. That's 599-1675.
Hey kids, why do you like going to the Iowa Wild games?
Crash, the t-shirt tie. I like Chuck-a-Puck. Crash always gives me a high five. It's fun catching t-shirts from the cannon. The goal horn when we score.
There's something for everyone with Iowa Wild Hockey at Wells Fargo Arena. Check out iowawild.com for the full season schedule, including a full list of giveaway nights and promotions for the family. Iowa Wild, hockey lives here.
I'm sitting here with Jeremy from Atomic Cloud Vaporium. I tried to quit smoking so many times. Patches, pills, nothing worked. Until I went to the Stop Smoking Center. And man, it has changed everything.
Here at Atomic Cloud Vaporium, we offer a solution using vaping as a replacement therapy. We have over 150 premium juice flavors and offer a wide variety of hardware. If you're serious about quitting smoking, come visit us at 3823 Douglas Avenue in Des Moines or at 328 Grand Avenue in West Des Moines. Atomic Cloud Vaporium.
This is Jordan from Flat Tire Center. There sure are a lot of places to buy tires. You can go to a warehouse club or the mega We Sell Everything superstore, or you can go to one of those anonymous websites. The same guy who sold you soap yesterday magically becomes a tire professional today, or the online tire advisors at a call center in who knows what country. We have been living, working, and driving in central Iowa for more than 50 years. Are you sure those other stores know what they're doing? Do you think they even care? If you need tires, come to Flat Tire Centers. That's flat with 2 T's because you too should ride on a flat.
Hey, this is Frank Mink, and if I had a first-round draft pick of realtors, I'd take Jen Stambro.
Through my mortgage background and over 10 years of selling real estate in the Des Moines area, I have come to realize that my clients are my passion. Whether selling or buying your first or your 10th home, let me help you take the stress out of the process. I would love the opportunity to talk with you or someone you know that is looking to buy or sell a home. You can reach out to me by email at jen@jenstambrorealestate.com. And Frank, that's spelled STANBROUGH. jen@jenstambrorealestate.com.
From Iowa, yeah.
It's that small place with a big heart. It's the heartland, so we pump hard, get a fist up. We're gonna rage on till our day comes.
Tell 'em I'm from a city on a map that you couldn't point out.
We are back. Des Moines, Central Iowa. You're listening to the only full-time media outlet dedicated to the greatest sport on earth, that being hockey of all variations.
That's right.
Bubble hockey, I think, is the only thing we have not covered to any extent. But
and I'll demolish anybody in it.
That's right.
I'm telling you, all
hockey.
takers.
Yeah, there's always that one guy in the corner with a big long stick.
It's the left winger.
Yeah, there you go. So, anyways, we're back, and we are going to have the third period. Special thanks to our guest, Jenna Bieri, who was just on.
Great.
From the Iowa Wild, Director of Community Relations and Social Media.
Director of Fan Development.
Fan Development, that'd be your title.
That is my title.
This segment brought to you by...
Who do we got?
We're going to talk about Felix and Oscar.
That's right.
One of our favorite joints. I know I'm actually thinking about calling her right now because, we got another half hour to go in this show, and I'm thinking, man, I'd like to get some grub after this. Yeah. But,
and we're thinking about having our explosion team meeting there. In fact, I have to go talk to them about that.
So. They love to see groups coming.
Yes.
They love to see groups coming. Then they won't just lock you away. They'll give you actually a decent room, pipe in the TV, whatever you want to watch. Best food in town, as far as I'm concerned. You go to any kind of restaurant. It's not your typical sports bar, not just, onion rings and chicken wings.
Nope.
But it's, my personal favorite, buffalo chicken sandwich. Sunday buffet is kicking. Friday night trivia night. It's one of the originals in town. Same location.
The burger is just, the burger is the burger.
Oh, it sings. It sings. I know, your favorite, my favorite. What can I say? We like our belly. What can we say? Felix and Oscars right there on Merle Hay. Check them out on Facebook and on their webpage, felixandoscars.com.
Just call them F&O.
That's right. All right, we are back for the third period. We'll lead off with Oh Crap App.
Yes.
All right, so the Oh Crap App brought to you by our friends at grllaw.com. Yes. Bobby Ray Kemper, who keeps us out of trouble.
Yes,
God
he
love
does.
him. He's got enough work on his hands for us. Couple things came out. Actually, the biggest one just broke yesterday was about this judge in Minneapolis. Apparently has ordered the NHL to unseal secure emails that were sent to exec Colin Campbell. Mm-hmm. Who is, by the way, the father of Gregory Campbell, plays for for Boston.
This is like Hillary Clinton stuff around there now, right? With the emails and did we use the right email? Oh, geez, here we go.
But at the time these emails were going around, he was the director of player safety,
right?
I believe. And apparently this was all spurned by this class action suit that was launched by this 100-plus group of former players.
Right, 124.
Yeah, somebody. Right? They, believe it or not, remember we said to Bobby, the only thing this is missing is a late night infomercial.
Yes.
There is a late night infomercial now for hockey concussions.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
Wow.
So these guys are looking for...
It runs nonstop in Canada.
So, well, what can you say? But anyways, going back to, they had these emails sealed, and Campbell said that basically he wanted them sealed because they were embarrassing to him and to the league. Now, the judge said, embarrassing is one thing, but there are certain things that you're entitled to keep as privacy.
That's right.
Anything that would be proprietary information, marketing type information. But anyways, going back to this lawsuit that started all this, the concern is that the allegation is that the league knew more than they are saying that they did. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out.
And I want to keep up with this story. And for those of you that are just starting to listen to our show, we have Bobby Rayka as our legal team, and he also follows all of our legal stories.
He's a hockey dad.
And we will bring him in to go over these stories with us. So follow up with us in the next couple of weeks when we redo this story, and we will have the legal facts. So it isn't just us throwing out that we think we know. Our lawyer will come in and tell us.
Yep. So the thing to remember about this is that you know that this is going to be a long legal battle. Okay, I don't care how many lawyers this 125 players have, and how big their class action suit gets. The NHL headquarters, as was pointed out to me by I won't name him, but a hockey executive that I'm familiar with.
Yes,
the NHL headquarters is in downtown Manhattan.
Right,
10 floors of a major high rise, of which 4 of those floors are nothing but lawyers. Commissioner is a lawyer himself.
Right.
This is going to be interesting to see.
So if you ever go to Times Square, they have the NHL store there. That's where you do the. Wonder if it's in that same building.
I don't know.
It might be.
I don't know.
Let's check into that.
I'm sure.
Maddie, get on that, Maddie.
Yep, should get on that.
Thank you, babe.
Bobby, help us out on that one. We'll be calling you. So getting into other messes here. This one kind of has me kind of troubled. The NHL, I think, shot themselves in the foot on this one. All-Star game coming up. We've talked a lot about the All-Star game because of the fact that we've said the fact it doesn't mean anything. It's meant to be.
Can I point out that you predicted that we're going to go to 3-on-3 in the beginning of the season?
Yes, we did.
You did. You did, and
you also predicted the winner of the World Juniors as well.
I did.
So, anyways.
Thank you.
I have a couple other predictions. I really are kind of scaring me to get to.
Is that our season, our careers are over?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So we're changing this year, obviously, to a 3-on-3 tournament format. For each division has a team. Now, the NHL made a pool of players available from each division that the fans could select a captain from. So this became an internet sensation itself. For some reason, some godforsaken reason, the NHL put John Scott as one of the players there for the Pacific Division to represent the Arizona Coyotes.
Stats weren't really
the thing about it. This is a guy who we talk about what 3-on-3 is all about. It's agile guys who can chip in, guys who can move the puck and see the ice really well and move.
Claude Giroux types.
Yeah, exactly. He's 33 years old, 6'8" journeyman. He's 270 pounds.
Not Claude Giroux.
He was actually the lowest paid guy on the All-Star roster this year, only making $700K.
Sounds about right.
Yep. He's played for the Coyotes, the Sharks, the Sabres, the Rangers, the Blackhawks, the Wild, and was this week traded to the Canadiens. So what did Montreal do to turn around and send him to the American Hockey League? So now you have a guy who's voted as an NHL All-Star, as selected by the fans, because it's all about the fans, right? This is a fan spectacle.
Right.
And there is word and rumor out there that the NHL might have been swaying because they were embarrassed of the fact that this guy, who's not a typical All-Star, he's got terrible points. I mean, he's got 9 seasons, 285 games. He scored 5 goals, 6 assists in 9 seasons.
Now, I've spent many a year when I worked in hockey in minor league or in the American Hockey League locker rooms. Mm-hmm. Everyone talks about what they're going to do over the American Hockey League break, which is usually right on the same time. But what's funny is imagine when everyone's like, hey, so we're having this big break. So what are you doing? And everyone's like, oh, I'm going to go. So what are you doing? I'm going to go play in the NHL All-Star game.
That's right. And represent a team that is paying me not to play for. Right. So the thing is now is that, did the NHL, were they kind of embarrassed with this and getting themselves caught with their pants down, that the internet sensation caught on and everything just went haywire, and all of a sudden now they have this guy who's the antithesis of what a 3-on-3 player should be playing in the All-Star game.
Of what I'm not trying to jump on the guy, but of what an All-Star is. He was just not put out there as a joke. I would never say that about him.
No.
Man made it. He's been on many teams. He's made his mark. But, he's not really the Yagers. He's not.
Yeah.
And so.
And, then you have guys like Sidney Crosby left off. Is he, he's a name. He's certainly a name. But the fact is, they picked 1 to 3 players per team to represent in these pools that put up for fan voting. You can't tell me there's nobody else in Phoenix that they could have put on this team.
That whole second young line in Phoenix is killing it.
I mean, they're not everyday names, household names, but Antoine Vermette, he's got 2 Stanley Cup rings, for God's sake. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Shane Doan, Max Domi. It's not exactly the 85 Oilers here, but, sure to God, you got to pick somebody else other than a fourth-line defenseman?
I take any of them on a team.
Yeah. Yeah. So, then it's like, they didn't pick Zach Rinaldo to represent the Boston Bruins. Really a similar type player.
Right.
Tough player. No, but don't get me wrong. You don't want to cross John Scott. In those 9 seasons, he's amassed 542 minutes in penalties. So, and I guarantee you they weren't a lot of diving calls either. Yeah, so.
Right. And again, I'm not knocking the guy, and I know you're not either. I mean, anyone that makes it to that game, makes it to the end in the NHL,
they're NHL players.
I mean, I give him, but I'm just saying compared to the rest of the people, he's not there.
Yep. So the word is, did the NHL have some sway in this? It'll be interesting to see.
I mean, what's more of a conflict now? What's more of a scandal? These emails, which could break down the whole.
Oh my God! Crash the internet.
Right now, I'm going with this. This is bigger to me. This is a bigger scandal than the concussion deal now. And who sent what emails to Hillary Clinton?
Maybe Colin Campbell and Hillary were trading emails. Who knows? But the thing to consider, this was a minor league deal. It was Jared Tenorti went the other way. Victor Bartley came back the other way.
Right.
Pretty much right now, everyone's in the American League from this deal. So was there collusion involved? Probably not. It kind of reminds you back in 2007 when Rory Fitzpatrick played for Vancouver.
Yes.
And it was the first time that the fans could get online and vote that way.
Yep.
And there was no limit on how many times they could vote, and it became an internet sensation. And so the guy played 18 games, he had no points, and he finished third in rankings, or in the overall voting pool.
I want people to look this up because I'm not sure, but I think that I'm on to the right idea too. Is back in 2007, there was also a little bit of scandal because they thought that EA Sports had something to do with this because of who was going to be on the cover of the EA Sports and how they ranked players for the next season. And so I believe even back then that was a little bit of a scandal.
I don't doubt it.
EA Sports in the game.
It's in the game. Yeah. Hawks on a roll again. Rung off 12 straight again. The thing coming out of this, Kane ties his career high of 30 goals. Unheard of. I mean, we're halfway through the season.
I know.
He's got a legitimate shot of getting 60.
Last week, I asked you to make a choice. If you had to take Kane or who was it? I said, would you take Kane or Ben?
I'd still take Ben.
But since I put that question to you, I've been rethinking it over and over again. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Because
I think there's a personality to manage there in Kane. There's something going. There's deeper water there. All the trouble he's been in, as well as the other, the fact he's never worn a letter.
Yes, that
speaks a lot. That speaks a lot.
Over the years, no way.
So real quick, we'll blow through the trade talks.
He has an A, but I don't know if it's for.
We'll blow through the trade talk rumors. Jonathan Drouin's name is still circulating. Came out last night that the that Tampa Bay has suspended him for failure to report on Wednesday night for an American Hockey League game. He was sent down to Syracuse, had to start playing. Apparently, I haven't read a whole lot about this.
I haven't heard the story.
I know. He was suspended by the team. So no telling what's going on. If he's trying to force their hand. We know his agent, Alan Walsh.
That's right.
Is a bit of a class act. Yeah. And I emphasize on the last 3 letters of that. But anyways.
He should wear the A too.
Yeah, he definitely wears one. So Drouin, we'll see where that goes. Jonas Brodin, his name's getting thrown around. Matt Dumba, former Iowa Wild player.
Right.
His name's being thrown around, which I was kind of surprised. Eric Stahl, he's a UFA, and we'll talk about UFAs next week because this summer is supposed to be a bumper crop with Stahl and
there's a whole ton of them.
It's just unreal. The guys that are going to be available this summer.
Is Phaneuf coming up?
Oh God, I hope so. Jeff Skinner, you're going to probably see his name thrown around. Blues are looking about trading Backus or Shattenkirk. They apparently overspent on Tarasenko over the summer, and they painted themselves into a corner.
Backus go.
He's their captain. What effect does that have on?
I would let him go. He's not.
Yep. And real quick, my nominee for the Billy Martin Award. We talked about awards last week.
Yes.
Next coach to be fired. I hate to say this. Michel Therrien, Montreal Canadiens. Started off 19-4-3 into December. Has gone 4-17-1 since. If the playoffs started today, they'd be out of the playoffs. The team started off 9-0 and have been in the toilet ever since. They're 6th in the league in shooting and still can't score.
Let me say before we go, you have predicted those firings all season.
Yeah,
and then you have within 2 weeks. you've been right. So
I have a theory of the replacement, but I'll tell you that after we come back from the break. 1350 ESPN, the other state of hockey.
I'll come back.
Go where the action is. Your Des Moines Buccaneers, the continuous home of hockey in the Metro for over 36 years, are back. Come catch the hard-hitting action as the next NHL stars take the ice at Buccaneer Arena. For a complete schedule of dates and promotions, visit buckshockey.com. Come for the entertainment, stay for the game.
Hi, Joe Smith here from Leaf Guard Exteriors. We suggest you stay off your ladder and let us take care of your gutters. We'd love to come out and show you why Leaf Guard's patented seamless one-piece design is the best on the market. The only one with the good housekeeping seal, and Leaf Guard is guaranteed never to clog or will clean your gutters for free. Call us today and get 50% off installation labor on a new Leaf Guard brand gutter system. 599-1675. That's 599-1675.
Hey kids, why do you like going to the Iowa Wild games?
Crash, the t-shirt tie. I like Chuck-a-Puck. Crash always gives me a high five. It's fun catching t-shirts from the cannon. The goal horn when we score.
There's something for everyone with Iowa Wild Hockey at Wells Fargo Arena. Check out iowawild.com for the full season schedule, including a full list of giveaway nights and promotions for the family. Iowa Wild. Hockey lives here.
I'm sitting here with Jeremy from Atomic Cloud Vaporium. I tried to quit smoking so many times. Patches, pills, nothing worked. Until I went to the Stop Smoking Center. And man, it has changed everything.
Here at Atomic Cloud Vaporium, we offer a solution using vaping as a replacement therapy. We have over 150 premium juice flavors and offer a wide variety of hardware. If you're serious about quitting smoking, come visit us at 3823 Douglas Avenue in Des Moines or at 328 Grand Avenue in West Des Moines. Atomic Cloud Vaporium.
This is Jordan from Flat Tire Center. There sure are a lot of places to buy tires. You can go to a warehouse club or the mega We Sell Everything superstore, or you can go to one of those anonymous websites. The same guy who sold you soap yesterday magically becomes a tire professional today, or the online tire advisors at a call center in who knows what country. We've been living, working, and driving in central Iowa for more than 50 years. Are you sure those other stores know what they're doing? Do you think they even care? If you need tires, come to Flat Tire Centers. That's flat with 2 T's because you too should ride on a flat.
Hey, this is Frank Mink, and if I had a first-round draft pick of realtors, I'd take Jen Stambro.
Through my mortgage background and over 10 years of selling real estate in the Des Moines area, I have come to realize that my clients are my passion. Whether selling or buying your first or your 10th home, let me help you take the stress out of the process. I would love the opportunity to talk with you or someone you know that is looking to buy or sell a home. You can reach out to me by email at jen@jenstambrorealestate.com. And Frank, that's spelled STANBROUGH. jen@jenstambrorealestate.com.
From Iowa, yeah. It's that small place with a big heart. It's the heartland, so we pump hard, get a fist up, we gonna rage on till our day gone.
Tell 'em I'm from a city on the map that you couldn't point out, but I rep that place. And it's love hate, but I grew up
I'm
here,
back.
so it's
We're
home
back.
base.
I'm here too.
Yes, this is a team sport.
That's right.
Maddie, you're the center. You are the team. We are built around you. And we're built around Fuzzy Taco.
Oh,
I can't
man.
stop.
I went there Saturday.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Yeah.
I heard you were it's almost like you were like a celebrity in there.
I know.
Here.
Met the owners and was recognized. Didn't have to introduce myself.
Man.
It's, can't say enough about that place. Great food.
And
seasoned beef burrito is my new favorite smother, brother.
That is a good one. And what's funny is that the listeners have been going in there, not just due to a recommendation, but they're going in, and we're getting a lot of great feedback. It's one of our biggest, and I'm not going to put down one of our best businesses that people have gotten back to us is them guys. So look, I tell you all the time, for one, they have a great breakfast. Go in there. It's cheap. It's inexpensive. It's cheap's a bad word to use but it's inexpensive and it's fresh, yo. It's so fresh.
Yeah.
Like they're cutting up the potatoes and the peppers that's what you enjoy in your breakfast burrito or a taco. And I'm telling you, it's just the real deal. And it's just.
I've never been in when the place isn't full. I'm yet to go in there and the place is not full.
Yeah. No,
the place is hopping.
And it's moving. So when we say full, we don't think, I don't want to go there. I'm talking like they have a little beeper system.
Yeah.
Plus they have a soda machine that is out of this world. So even if you got to wait, you can get a soda. You can get a lemon Mountain Dew. or lemon mellow yellow or something like that.
There you go.
I mean, come on.
Frank Mink, Renaissance man.
You could just sit there and wait, and hockey's always on the TV. The atmosphere is just great. You could talk hockey with people. There's people there. You want to talk hockey? Go sit there. Talk about how great there's this hockey radio show on ESPN Radio. You could talk all about it.
That's right.
So,
talk to the owners. They're a hockey family.
Hockey family. Great son plays travel ice and roller. So great family to talk to about the experience. And I mean, just the food is just phenomenal. It's an atmosphere with great food. Fuzzy Taco. They got 2 locations, and I've been to both, and they're both kicking.
Yep.
So we have the first one is, if you're local in Des Moines, it's right down there on MLK. That's by the Science Center, where them warehouses and stuff used to be, right in between the Science Center and the baseball field.
Yep.
We have, and that's 300 Martin Luther King Parkway. You can't miss it. Right at the bottom of the thing. It's the corner shop. Great place to go.
Just look for Frank outside.
Yeah, you'll just look. I mean, I might be bumming some cash. Hey, give me a dollar. Right.
Or the Ankeny location, which we've given way too many chirps to.
Yes, and that's where Derek will be bumming for money.
Exactly.
So, and both of them open early for breakfast. And the one in Ankeny, 2732 Delaware Ave. East Delaware Ave, just so you know,
right across from a bunch of car dealerships.
You can't miss it, and man, that's their flagship. So yeah, that's a good spot. If you're out there, hit it up, man. Any day, not 24/7, but 7 days a week they are.
There you go, Fuzzy's Tacos. All right, there you go. So the answer to my who I think is going to replace him, my gut says Terrion's fired by the time we go to air next week.
Wow,
Guy Boucher. Or Sylvain Lefebvre, one or the other. I don't think Sly's ready yet. He was down in Hamilton.
You say them French Canadian names like it's nothing.
Well, I remember because they played with him. But Guy Boucher used to be the coach down in Tampa.
Okay.
And he was at one point in the running when we were looking. And of course, they got to hire a francophone because I don't care if you're Chinese, as long as you get wins.
Yeah, absolutely.
But people get really bent out of shape by that. Anyways, running out of time here. Can you believe it? I can't, but. We got to catch up on the Bucks in a while.
Yes.
Bucks. We had them in there last week. They were scorching hot. These guys were on fire. Cooled off.
3 games.
3 in a row.
Yeah, 3 in a row.
They had 5 straight home wins going there for a while. And then Friday, the 15th, they had Bloomington and had a little bit of trouble. They gave up a goal 15 seconds into the game.
Yes.
15 seconds. That means the anthem singers -1.
That's right.
Look, there's a few of you out there who get that joke. That is hilarious. I'm telling you.
For a hockey joke, that's a good one.
Yes. So the game-winning goal essentially was scored 15 seconds into the game. Lost 4-1. Never got the back into the game. Then Saturday they had Tri-City in. Tighter game, 4-3. Went back and forth. And then the 18th, they were at over in Bloomington.
Wasn't it the Tri-City? I thought they got blown out a little. It was 6-3. Well, maybe.
I had 4-3.
All right. I'll go with you.
Yeah.
4-3 was the Bloomington. 6-3 was the Tri-City.
Yes, you're correct. You're correct. I'm glad.
I have sunglasses on.
I'm glad you've done your research.
And I just remember,
Anyways, 3 losses in a row. How's
3
that?
losses.
Sorry, Davey.
But you know what? They pulled back up, and again, there's a fight. There's a fight there in them, and it's great to go watch.
Yep.
There's a fight for this team.
Yep. Anyways, team is still in the hunt. I know Davey's the right man there. Got a good bunch of players.
And the players we have had in here, Zach, and then we have Magoo, captain in here. So, and both those guys are class acts, going to go somewhere, and it's just great to watch them.
They're 15-17-2 right now, still in the middle of the hunt. So they got Lancers at home on Friday.
We give them a hard time.
Yeah, we do.
So, and we need that crowd, place back.
Real quick, we'll get through what's happening with the Wild as if they didn't soak up enough of our time today.
Yes. Whoa. Wine in a box.
Yeah, there you go. Wine in a box. 3 on 3. They had 3 games in 3 over the weekend. Not the favorite of any guy who's working the AHL, let me tell you. Friday night in Chicago, it was tied 0-0 going late into the game, about 10-minute mark. Had a questionable goal, bad bounce goal. Next thing, another one's in, empty netter. They ended up losing 3-0. Tough, so it doesn't reflect the effort there. Saturday night, we had an attendance record. They had the Cam concert that we had shot. It was a great atmosphere. Just like our buddy was in here last week, our team president, Mr. Fredrickson, was in, talking about how great it was to have this event. 12,445 in the building. They played one hell of a game. They came back from a deficit. Great pace. It was a tight game. Went to overtime. And Gustav Olsson chips one in to give them the 2-1 win in front of 12,000. Followed with a concert by a Grammy Award winner or a Grammy Award nominated artist. You couldn't get much better.
Are you making a prediction that she's a winner?
Oh, who knows? Who knows? I don't know anything about country music. But anyways, Jordan Schrader is scoring. Grayson Downing is there on the points board all the time. Sunday, once again, Downing, Schrader, Hagel, Mitchell, all scored.
Yes.
And we talk about Hagel being the spark plug. They look kind of defensively flat on Sunday. Came out, they ended up losing 7-4. Now, there was an empty net goal on top of that. A couple I'm sure Irvs wants back, but anyways, coming up Friday and Saturday, they're in Rockford, then back home on Tuesday, and then Chicago Friday. So, real quick, I know we're running out of time. ISU, we're going to give some props out to those guys. Their D1 team is 25-1-4, whatever. So they're number 10 right now in the ACHA rankings.
Yes.
Chad Costello, slow week, only 5 points. He's still got a 13-point lead on the next guy.
Got to get him on the show.
North Iowa Bulls finally lost a game. Can you believe that?
Losers.
But anyways, Quad City Mallards still rolling along, second in their conference. Anyways, we are out of time. Iowa, keep your stick on the ice. This is the Other State of Hockey, 1350 ESPN.
What?
It's that small place with a big heart. It's the heartland, so we pump hard, get a fist up. We're gonna rage on till our day gone.
Tell 'em I'm from a city on the map that you couldn't point out, but I rep that place. And it's love-hate, but I grew up here, so it's home base. Where my blood at, those memories, they all blood